Hey, it's Terry, Virginia's daughter. This is the first video that I'm going to do showing you the patterns that I'm going to either donate, sell, keep, or trash. And so in my last video, I talked about how it's high time that I did something with my patterns. And so this is the beginning. I do have a 1940s pattern and a 1950s pattern, but I'm going to save those patterns for last. So this is the 1960s, okay, which was a very good year. It's the year I was born. I was born in 1961. And a lot of these are from Virginia's stash, but I think some of these I may have purchased on my own, and I'm going to try to remember that. So I'm going to get started here. This is Simplicity 8354. I didn't put these in order, so it's a 1969 pattern. Don't you just love that? I mean, I love that. And it is one size. I will probably keep this one. The first one starting off I'm going to keep. It is uncut, right? Factory folded, and here are the instructions. And I do think this came from Virginia's stash. This is also from Virginia's stash. Now this is a 1618. So you know what I mean? It's too big. Now, see, here I go. I told you I was going to need help. So, you know, let me know what you think about this. Do you think sizes back in the 60s, you know, early on were smaller than they are now? Yes or no? Okay, here are the instructions. You know, the instructions seem to be in pretty good shape. But let's have a look at the... Yeah, I think this hasn't been cut. So this is in perfect condition. It's older and it's showing, right? It's worn and torn, but for the most part, I think it's in perfect condition. So I should be saying that I will give this away, but the measurements, let's check that, Terry. Yeah, that might help. So for a size 16, the bust is 38. The finished nightgown, it gives you the length. That's it. So I don't know. According to what I said in the last video, I would donate this or sell it. So this is either going to be keep or sell. Now we have McCall's 9175. This is a 1968. Now let's take a look at this. Uncut. Factory folded. The instructions are a little worn and torn, a little discolored, but it's a 1968 pattern. It's a 1960s pattern. Oh, and here I am tearing it, right? So I don't want to do that. You have to be very careful with these. So I'm going to put this back in here. Now, the question is this a keep or is this a giveaway? This is a keep. Do you see on the back? Yeah, I do like hats. And so far it's all keep, isn't it? Oh my goodness, I gotta do something here. Okay. This one is definitely a giveaway. And the only reason I say it's a giveaway, it's in perfect, like it's not even been, you know, cut or anything. Like, I mean, the instructions are here. You know, what I would do is I would just put this in another outer plastic bag to keep it protected a little more. It's a 1967 pattern. So this is donate. It's the year my sister was born. These are actually two of the same pattern, S8962. Virginia used to sew for my dad. Like, she used to make him some of the cutest stuff, overalls and things like that. One is a size 14.5 neck. One is a 15. And I bet you she probably used one of these. Yeah, so this one is used. With this particular pattern, I would just go through and see what condition it was in, because this could be sell or donate, depending on the condition of the pattern. So if all the pieces are here, I could sell these. They're vintage, yeah? So this is the sell. So sell, donate, keep. This is Simplicity 4160. It's another men's pattern. I'm sure I got this from Virginia's stash. I don't see a date on here, but I'll reference the date in the video. So what I had to do on some of these was I had to Google it. Yeah, and so I didn't write on the pattern or anything like that, and I don't have a list or anything because I needed to get this done as quick as possible. Oh, here we go. So this is 4160. It's a primer. So they called these primers back in the day. Today we call them sewing instructions. I was just going to see if I saw a date on here, and I don't. But this would definitely be a donate. Okay, so this is a 1968 pattern. And I love this halter on here. It has an ascot, let's see, a ruffled fill-in ascot, bib, and cuffs. And of course, this is probably, yeah, it's one size and it's adjustable. And it's never been cut. Instructions, all that. So I'll put this in my box to keep. This is an apron. It is a 1966 pattern, and I know this was also in Virginia's stash. There's a set of instructions here. Very few pattern pieces, but they don't look like they've been used. So I probably could sell this. And let's see what else. Here's my Vogue Paris original. I think I purchased this. I think I purchased this at a thrift store in Defiance, Ohio, when our son played football there. And let's see what this is looking like. Uncut. Now, all I would have to do is make sure that all of the pieces are there. It looks like it hasn't been unfolded at all. These are the pattern instructions. One thing I would also do is make sure, that they're all here. So one of one, one of two. Yeah, just one set of instructions. This is a size 18, and to be honest with you, even if I could wear this one, I would probably try to sell it. Like, I've actually seen some of these online, so I'm gonna put mine on there. So this is gonna be sell. Wait, that's keep, donate, sell. Did I say I was gonna sell this? I gotta look it up. I think I'm gonna keep this. I'm gonna keep it. Now we get into some specialty patterns. Well, this is a pattern, I don't even know. I don't think I could find. This is $21.98. You know what? Let me put this one for last because I wasn't sure if I had these instructions or not. I wasn't sure. $21.98. 1947 goes here. Now these are some specialty patterns, and we'll start with the Ann Person patterns, the Stretch and Sew. Now, Ann Person, she actually just recently died in, like, I want to say 2015 or something. But she is the one who kind of invented, or who discovered the stretch and sew method, because from what I read, it's like women who started to sew back in the 60s, knit fabric was just like, they couldn't, it was very difficult to sew with. And she was the one who became a pioneer in dealing with knit, the types of needles to use for knit, the threads. She taught, she wrote books. I have a book somewhere around here by her. And yeah, I think one year she was inducted to the ASG, the American Sewers Guild, or American Sewing Guild. And so, yeah. This is a 1967 pattern. And this is a ladies knit top with cap sleeve. I'm going to tell you, it's going to be hard for me to get rid of these. Because first of all, I like them. Virginia and I had some of the same taste. Not all, not everything. But let's see, it's a ladies knit top with cap sleeve. And uncut. Well, you don't cut these anyway, right? You have to trace these. So these types of patterns are printed on front and back. So if you cut them, you messed up, okay? They're meant to be traced, so you can use them over and over and over again. And lately I've kind of thought about tracing my patterns, but some of the big four patterns, that tissue paper is so cheap and so thin. I mean, it's so thin. I won't say cheap. It's so thin that, it's like, what's the point? So I'll keep that. We really don't have to look at these because it doesn't matter what condition they're in. If I can wear these, I'm keeping them. So then we have another one here. It's a ladies set and sleeve, size 28 through 44. And those are bust measurements, by the way. I'll keep that one. And then we have this fat one here because Virginia actually traced this herself. I'll show you how she did that. I'll show you what she did it on. This is a 1967, and I love this. It's a crew neck, a turtleneck, a square neck, and a cardigan. And it's a raglan sleeve. And again, it's 28 through 44. But girl was a beast, okay? So this is hers. I'm not even sure what this is. Like, what do you think this is? Is this interfacing? There was a lot of this in her stash. Like, she did her patterns. Whenever she traced her patterns, this is what she used. And I was looking through one of the books. I do have Ann Person's book somewhere around here, and I can see exactly where she was following the instructions for this. Now, this I could get rid of. Same with this one. It's a 30 through 46, which is the hip and waist. So that's the hip size. Of course, their pants. And, here's her little tracing, her markings. Very meticulous, I think I don't think Virginia graduated from high school. I think she probably went to about the 10th grade. Yeah, I will keep that. And then we have this lady's shawl jacket. I'll keep this. I feel like I made this. Oops. I thought I made this jacket, but I can't find it. I really thought I did, but of course this is something that she was evidently working on or had worked on or had made. And then the last one, I'm sorry, next to the last one, I love this dress. It's a lady's basic dress, 30 through 40. And they refer to do-sew or perky pattern paper, so that must be something that they used back in the day. And then a gored skirt. And remember, this is all knits, right? So suggested fabrics for best result, use a knit with 25% stretch. So I will be keeping all of those. Getting down to the wire here. Next we have these Sew, Knit and Stretch patterns. And this is a Kirsten Martinson pattern. And you may recognize her name because these patterns became quick sew. And when I read that, I was like, I had no idea. I didn't even know that. But I knew that I had seen her little symbol. I was like, when I saw this on here, I said, I've seen this somewhere before. And so, you know, they started out being Sew, Knit and Stretch, but eventually they went to quick sew. And I can't remember when she passed, but her family took that over. So all of these patterns, again, are in mint condition. Let's see, this is small, medium, and large. It's a lady's full slip. Of course, this is from Virginia Stash. I didn't buy this anywhere. I'll keep that. Girdles. Are you kidding me? Panty girdles. And you know what? These look to be the same. It's a little bit different, but they're different numbers. So I'm guessing like this is 205 and this is 206. Girdle, spandex, you know, whatever they call them these days. But yeah. And I think, you know, of course it calls for something like power stretch. You know, there may come a time where I say, you know what? I don't think I need these anymore, but that might take a little time. I love this one. I probably will make this soon or at some point. It's a 14, 16, 18, so I'm safe there. And it is a lady shell and skirt. This one is a 1968 pattern. And then this is a men's cardigan. I'll keep this because, you know, I have men in my life. And this is actually, somehow this is cut up. So is this one size or, oh no, small, medium, and large. Huh, I probably did this. Oh, okay, so I must have cut the large. Okay, yes. This is really much still intact, so I'd trace it if I were going to do anything from now on. That takes us down to the last four. I'm going to go real quick to see if I can see this one, and I'll be right back. All right, so I have actually checked for this pattern. I must have left it upstairs, but it's a cute little lingerie. I know I have that pattern somewhere. I have the jacket. It's kind of torn up. I just have to find it. I took it upstairs because when I went to my office, I was trying to find it, but I couldn't locate it. So the last four patterns were four patterns that I purchased in Winston-Salem, North Carolina. And there was a place called Something Village. It was a vintage place. It was almost like a vintage marketplace. So you could just go around. I mean, they had all kinds of stuff. And I found these patterns. I love this pattern. Now, I am going to keep this because this is what I was talking about. This is a size 16, but the bust is a 34, you know? And the waist is, well, it doesn't talk about the waist because it's a jacket. Let's see what they call it. But this is an advanced pattern. Is this cute? Okay, I'm keeping this. I already checked. All the pieces are here. I actually bought this pattern to make at some point. This is a 19, I have it in the 40s. So I must have looked it up. I didn't want to write on these patterns. I paid $3 for this pattern. Mrs. Middy, M-I-D-D-Y, loosely fitted and finished with belt at hip line, button front with convertible collar, patch pockets, and 3/4 length shirt waist sleeves. View 1, back has box pleats from shoulder. This is sharp. I saw this and I said, yeah. This pattern was 35 cents back in the day, 40 cents in Canada. Advanced pattern number 6685. And then we have, this is a 1950. Love, love, love. Again, it says size 16, but it's a bust 36. And I'm keeping it. So I checked and all the pattern pieces are here. Slenderette Mrs. and Women's one-piece dress transfer for alphabet. Yeah, you can put some embroidery on here as well. It's got like little flaps at the top. This is really cute. And then this one, Simplicity 4595. This is a size 14 with a bust 34. It must be a 1960 something. You know, it has all the stuff right here, but there's no date. And then the last one is also a 1960, I believe. a slenderette. So slenderette must have been some type of, yeah, this says slenderette also. I probably should do some research on that. I couldn't see the slenderette at the top, but it says slenderette at the top, and they're both simplicity. This pattern was 50 cents back in the day. Now this is a size 16, bust 36. I'm gonna try it. So that is it. I have done all of the 1960s with the exception of one pattern that I will probably, you know, just edit it in this video some type of way. Let's summarize, shall we? Out of
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26.
And there's one upstairs, 27. Out of 27 patterns, I'm donating 1. I am selling
1, 2, 3, 4.
And I'm keeping the rest. And I'm keeping the rest. So 27 minus 5 is 22. I knew this was going to be like that. It's 1960s. I'm an old girl. I love this stuff. A lot of it is from Virginia, so it has extra special meaning, and I knew that that was going to go that way. Some of the other stuff I'm definitely going to be able to let go of. So I hope you enjoyed this video. As always, thanks for joining me today. And just remember, you know what? There's always somebody out there that's experiencing the same thing you are, and anytime you want to make a change, you can do it. You just got to roll your sleeves up. Oh, my sleeves are already up, and get started. And believe me, if I can do it, you can do it too. Now, until next time, take care.